welcome back, Dragons fans. The 2024 season is here. We're getting ready to take another lap around the horn today here at Dare Ballpark. Today we're joined by Reds' #1 draft pick from 2023 and now Dragons starting pitcher, the #2 overall prospect in the Reds system, Rhett Lowder. Rhett, thanks for joining us today, man.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's take a walk here. So, you know, we were talking before we got on camera here. Most of us at the ripe old age of 22, you just turned 22, don't have a lot of responsibility necessarily. Now here you are, the #2 prospect in an entire farm system. You've gotten all kinds of accolades, obviously, in the past and all kinds of expectations. How do you approach handling all of that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, there is definitely some pressure that comes with it, but it's also a lot of fun. So, I mean, I've done some cool things along the road, and I'm like every day I get to pretty much experience something new. So I'm kind of just trying to take it in as I go, be where my feet are, and then try to enjoy it. Some days there's some pressure, but I just try to see the best out of it.
So cool stuff. I mean, what's right up there is like the coolest moments if you're looking back over the last year or two that's happened?
I mean, yeah, this past year has been crazy. Omaha was pretty cool, pitching the College World Series, but probably just being drafted, like being with my family. You know, you play baseball year round, you're not with your family much.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool to be surrounded by them and then get drafted. Is probably one of the coolest days of my life.
So draft day, it's a little weird, right? You know you're getting drafted, you know where you're at, you got a pretty good idea maybe where you're gonna go.
Yeah.
But still, the phone rings. Like, what's that feeling like? Like, most of us never get to experience that. Like, what's that feel like when you know it's official now?
Yeah, leading up to draft day, I was like the most calm person ever. I was like, it's out of my hands. I did what I did. Like, I'm pretty sure I'll fall within this certain range. But then when the actual day comes, no matter how confident you are, it's still nerve-wracking. Like, that whole day I was really nervous. But
like, what if I'm not as good as I thought I was?
It was like worst case scenario all day. But yeah, right when the phone rings, I mean, it was instant like relief, and you're super happy. I mean, I think I landed in the perfect spot, and I'm super excited to be where I am.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have to wait long, right? 7th overall pick. It wasn't like the anxiety.
It was a long 10 minutes. It was a long 10 minutes.
Yeah, probably the longest 10 minutes of your life,
it
right?
definitely was, yeah.
So you talk a lot about family, obviously. You're from North Carolina. You probably don't get to see folks as much. How do you handle living away from home now?
Yeah, you know, I went to college pretty close to home, but I mean, we're so busy. It's kind of like I haven't been home in a while. So, you know, you get used to it, but my family's been great. They travel. They came up here opening weekend, and they were here, and I'm sure they'll be back up. So it's been a lot on them, but they love watching my games and coming out. So, you know, they do a great job, and I'm really thankful for it.
So the flow, man, I got to ask you about this. How long have you been working on this? Like, you're clearly the best hair on the Dragons roster this year, maybe in history, potentially.
I don't know.
How long has this been in the process here?
I've had it since high school, but it's not been this length. I mean, I kind of maintained this length for a couple of years now, but it's been working since early.
We got like product in there? Any secret tips
for the folks living at home? Some like leave-in conditioner during the game, but nothing much really. I kind of just let it go. And
is that your source of power? Is that where the speed and the velocity comes from?
I'll take it.
It's working well. Well, certainly I know the fans here in Dayton are going to love watching it this year, for the rest of this year, and hopefully for what ends up being a long Major League career. But thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Best of luck with the season all year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.